Hey everybody, today I am gonna grow asparagus. Well, I'm just gonna plant my rooted asparagus actually. I bought the 24 rooted plant from Sam's Club, and asparagus is something I really enjoy sauteed or grilled, and they're really good. So I thought I would grow some of my own. When I was reading the instruction on how to do it, this is my first time doing it, it seems a little bit daunting if you think about it. It says that it is best when planted in early spring in a sunny location in well-drained sandy soil. Asparagus require 2 growing seasons to mature before harvesting, so harvest on the 3rd year. Yikes. So I didn't want to wait any longer, just gonna put it in, see how they do. When you first get them, they're in a bundle with rubber band around them. I separated them all, and this is what it looks like when you get them into the ground. When you're reading the instruction, it says to dig trenches 6 inches wide and 6 to 12 inches deep. Okay, that seems a little bit daunting on me for a beginner grower, but I'm just gonna try it out and see how it works. Again, do as I say, not as I do. This is definitely not 6 inches wide and 6 to 12 inches deep. But my area, of course, is a brand new homestead. We are basically working the ground from scratch. So I'm just gonna put them down into the ground. As you can see, this mound over here is what I've done already. I just did this by hand. It's really simple. When I was thinking about it and reading the instructions, it says 6 inches wide and 6 to 12 inches deep. Oh, that seems a little bit crazy to me to go that deep, but again, definitely follow the instruction. I'm a beginner, so I'm just trying this out and seeing how it works in just the little space that I have until we can get the garden section up and running in this new homestead that we are developing. So basically, I just took a hand shovel like right here, which you all have, dig a little bit of a trench, mound it up, and then I separated the 2 roots. So the root comes looking like this. Just a big root ball with tentacles. You can see on here some of it is starting to sprout. See, there's a sprout right there. So I separated it in half and then just put it over the mound. And then I did that all along here. And now all I'm going to do is just basically backfill. I didn't really dig a trench like it says, but you just mound up the soil on each side like this, and then you put the roots on both sides, which seems to be simpler than the instruction telling you to dig a trench that deep and wide. I already did it over here, and you can see I covered it up already. So over here, I was just going to show you really quickly, really simple, really easy to do. So once you separate them, put them on their mound, you are going to backfill both sides of the root, cover it up, and then mound the dirt over top of it. So I'm going to try to show you as I do it while I'm holding this one-handed. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so basically this is sandy soil. You're just gonna go in, the clumps that you get, just gonna separate them. See how you just cover both sides? I just break up the soil, cover both sides. Again, do as I say, not as I do. I would recommend you guys following the instructions. I'm just a beginner, seeing if this works. And if it does, then of course in my new garden bed I will of course do a better job. But for now, this is what I'm gonna do. So you just cover it up the side. Just cover it up. Cover up the tentacles on both sides. Until you have this little root ball. And then eventually, of course, once you cover all the side up, I'm gonna go back and kind of backfill the root ball to the top, to the tip. Okay. So just cover up the root ball. Grab soil with my bare hand. Cover it up. The root ball on both sides. It's a lot harder just doing this one-handed. Cover both sides. So you just get soil, just cover it up. I'm gonna need this little shoveler. Keep getting up more soil over here so I can cover both sides up. And all you just need to do is just make sure you cover up the root. Once you do that, just go in, backfill the top. They have a small layer on top. Now it says to mulch it. So I'm gonna have to go back once I cover everything. Of course, if you have better soil, this would be a lot easier. But I'm just working with what I have. Just seeing how it works. Ooh, that one just plopped right on top. I think the reason they have you doing trenches is so the root ball doesn't get so well, so the roots, which are, as you can see, super duper long, doesn't get all tangled up. Sorry, I'm trying to look. I'm not really videotaping here. All right. Okay. So covering the root balls up. Cover that up. As best as I can. In this area. A couple of guys still exposed right there. I love asparagus. The only thing I don't like about them is they make your pee stink. Have you guys ever experienced that? So after you eat asparagus, grilled or sauteed or fried, I know it doesn't affect everybody, but there's a small group that after they eat it and then they pee, their pee stinks. Mine does anyways. My husband doesn't like asparagus. It's too slimy for him. But it's more for me and my daughter, I guess. All right. So once it's in, I just compact it down just a little. Working it. And this is where the root ball is over the root the little tentacles, I guess. Just patting it in. Oh, it's harder to do this. Ooh, look at that ant. See him? Where'd he go? Right there. Monstrous little guy. Alright, so I got 2 mounds over here. Oh, there goes my paper bag. Just making sure that it's in good. And since I am on a timber farm that farms pine trees, what I'm going to do for my mulch is go get pine needles and just mulch this area in. That's it. Pretty simple. Like they said, it requires a couple years before they actually, produce. It'll probably produce the first year, give you 1 or 2, but the harvest may not be as great until they're a little bit more established. All right, so I have 2 rows over here, planted 24. I think I didn't fully have 24. Usually when you buy big bulk like that, not every root is viable, but I planted everything that was in there, and then we'll see what we'll get in the summertime. So now I'm just going to go get pine needles, get them situated in, and then water them in. Pretty simple, so you don't have to dig that whole trench. But once we get the huge big garden up and going, I'm definitely going to use the machines to dig the trench for me. And then go from there. So the asparagus is a great, product to put into the ground. It lasts for about 10 years. It is cold hardy. Basically, you plant it and then you forget about it. It does its own thing. It'll go dormant in the wintertime and then it'll come back in the springtime. So life expectancy is about 10 years. So as long as I give it good food every year, hopefully it will produce for me and keep on going. Yeah, so that is about it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.